This series of videos is to introduce you to Photoshop from square one. This series is geared towards people who have never opened Photoshop before or who have very limited experience with Photoshop. So when you open Photoshop, this is the workspace you'll see on your screen. And just to make sure that we're all on the same page, after you open Photoshop, click Window, Workspace, and Essentials Default should be checked. Only that only, okay? Second thing is, we'll be using this layers palette a lot. So if you don't see this little palette floating around that says layers on it, here's what you do. Click Window, Layers should be enabled. And for us, in this intro, this basic intro, have only the layers palette enabled as it is here. Everything else should be closed. To open a file in Photoshop, it's no mystery. If you've worked with any Adobe products before, you click File, Open, and you can navigate to wherever your photo is residing. So I could click here, click Open, and the image will open. Let me cancel that though and show you something different. You can have Windows Explorer open, or in the Mac Finder. And if you can see the thumbnail of the image, you can click, hold, and drag the image into Photoshop. So on the PC, you have to click, hold, and drag into the Photoshop icon first, then float over the workspace and let it go, and the image will open. Let me show you something. On the Mac, you'll just click, hold, and drag the image, and you can drag it right into the icon and just drop it right on the icon. That does not work on the PC. On the PC, you have to hover over the actual workspace and drop it. There's one other default setting that I want you to change before we go on, and it's called Scrubby Zoom. Ever since I think CS5 and later, they have this weird thing called Scrubby Zoom. So over in the tool palette, way at the bottom, there's a magnifying glass. Click on the magnifying glass. Now when the magnifying glass is enabled, up here, by default, this little check will be here, Scrubby Zoom. So what Scrubby Zoom means is, I can hover over the image, click, hold, push the mouse up and I zoom in, pull the mouse back and I zoom out. And you see how wonderful it works? You know, so I do not like this at all. Okay, this 1950s 3D horror movie effect, right? Okay, so with the magnifying glass enabled, go up to where Scrubby Zoom, and this is the only way you can disable this. The magnifying glass has to be checked. Go up to the Scrubby Zoom where it's enabled and uncheck that. Now, whenever you have the magnifying glass enabled, you can click once and zoom in a little bit at a time, or you can click, hold, and drag to make a marquee selection to only zoom in on the places that you're placing the marquee. If you want to like unzoom, I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself, you just hold the Alt key down, but I'll cover that later. Oh, and by the way, Command 0 or Control 0 sizes everything properly.